NCERTs are in news. Which particular NCERT are we talking about? 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. What has happened to the content of Delhi Sultanate and Mughal chapters? Like, what particular content has been removed? What are the so-called good and bad things related to the changes which has been proposed in NCERT? So we have to talk about a lot of stuff. Let's have a discussion at that. April 28, 2025, Indian Express page number 6. You can see this particular article has been published. New NCERT Class 7 book, focus on Indian culture, sacred geography. That is actually good. Then there is another article published in some other newspaper where they have talked about that Mughals out. Mughals, slowly and gradually, the content related to Mughals, that has been trimmed. But how far it has been trimmed, what else has been done in NCERT? Let's have a look. Magadh Empire makes pages of new NCERT Class 7 textbook rooted in Indian ethos. So what does it mean? Rooted in Indian ethos. What is the basic meaning here? Then we'll see this particular article, we'll see this particular video, and then there will be question at the end for you people. You will solve that particular question and you will answer it. So first of all, let's have a look at the so-called good changes which has been made in NCERT. Just like, let's say you are a serious UPSC aspirant, so we need to know both the aspects, right? The positive aspect and the negative aspects. So first of all, let's see the so-called positive aspects in new class 7th NCERT. So changes have been made in English textbook and social science textbook. So English textbook, new textbook is known as Purvi. The earlier textbook was known as Honeycomb. And this is a good thing which has happened here. We are focusing on more of the works done by our Indian authors and writers and Indian themes. See here, the new English textbooks, they are focusing on, like, if there are 15 stories, 9 by Indian writers. Earlier, what was happening? Out of 17 pieces, only 4 were done by Indian writers. So this is actually a good thing, right? We are focusing more on our own authors, stories. So a good thing that we are reading about Ruskin Bond, Arunima Sinha ma'am, and Rabindranath Tagore sir. That is actually very, very good. Now, again, this is again a good part. Sacred geography. When you will read historiography, when you will read about, geography, there is something called as historical geography. There is something called as, oh my God, there are some terms like sacred groves and all those stuff. So these things are actually good. Concepts like sacred geography, river, mountains, forest of, let's say, Vedic period, how they shape that particular period's history. So all these things are good. Kumbh Mela participation and nectar of immortality. There's another video which we have made on Kumbh Mela stampede, which unfortunately happened. But Kumbh Mela, why it is being celebrated? What are the different places where Kumbh Mela are being celebrated? What is Ardh Kumbh? All these things we should know as Indians. So again, good things. Integration of subjects. Sometimes what happens, you read subjects in silos. Let's say we are reading history, we read it in silo. Let's say we are reading Lahore session. Lahore is located on Ravi River. Lagdi Lahore diya, Kudiya Lahore diya. So no, let's connect the dots. When you're reading about Lahore, let's say you're reading about it is located on Ravi River. At the same time, you can also connect it with Indus Water Treaty because so much things are going on related to Indus Water Treaty. Similarly, here also they have connected stuff. History, geography and civics are combined into one textbook, which is actually good. People can interrelate stuff. Good things. Cover topics like Janpada, Mahajanpada, Maurya, Guptas. All these things are good. They're also talking about Satavahanas a lot. Satavahanas and Gautamiputra Satkarni, Vasishtiputra Pulamavi. So these are the people who were ruling in the central India. Manikhet, Pratisthana or Pathan were their capitals. They were also known as Lord of Dakshinapat, especially the ruler Gautamiputra Satkarni, and he took his name from, like, these rulers, they took their name from the mother's side. So there are so many things which we need to learn about and we are proud of that fact. But now let's focus on the not so good facts. Removal of Mughals and Delhi. Again, if it is not so good or it is good, this is totally up to you. If you feel like, no sir, we don't need to know much about Mughals, we don't need to know much about Delhi Sultanate, you can write it your view in the comment section. So new class 7 NCERT. We have talked about English textbook, what they are doing. They are covering more, things written by Indian authors. Awesome. Social science textbooks, what they have done, they have removed all references to Mughals and Delhi Sultanate. Even the earlier rationalized ones, they had trimmed the versions related to Mughals and Delhi Sultanate. Now it has been completely omitted. Do you support it? Do you think it is a good thing, sir? We should not be reading about Delhi Sultanate and Mughals. As a faculty also, like, this is a very, very vulnerable time to be a history faculty, if I'm being very serious with you, because we don't know what we should do. If, let's say, discussion comes on Delhi Sultanate and Mughals, NCERT is omitting it. As a faculty, should I also be omitting this thing? And should I be saying beep and then I should move ahead with the other topics? What we should do as a faculty? And will we be given labels and names if we are teaching these subjects? So it's a very precarious and vulnerable situation to be in, if I'm being totally honest with you. So new focus on ancient Indian dynasty: Magadha, Maurya, Shunga, Satavahanas. So again, Magad Empire, 16 Mahajanpada, most powerful Mahajanpad. Then you have Mauryans around 324, 322 BC to 187, 185, 184 BC. So Sungas, in the post-modern period, you have Sungas and Kanavas. They replace Mauryans. In central India, you have Satavahanas, Lord of Dakshinapad. All these things we have discussed. South Indian dynasty, Sangam age. NCERT is focusing more on that. They could have done that without omitting these things. Or you feel like, no sir, we should focus more on this, and we can do the B part here when we talk about Delhi Sultanate or Mughals. Okay, we'll see what NCERT director says. Now, here is a question for you. Do you support this move? There are some good things which scholar believe. And again, it's not my view. I have no views on this, whether it's a good move or not. You people will say in the comment section. Do you support the removal of, means extreme, like complete removal of Delhi Sultanate and Mughals reference from class 7 chapter? Reference and more talks about Mauryans, Magadhs, Satavahanas, Sungas, all these things are fine. But should we have totally done away with Delhi Sultanate and Mughals? Or do you think there has to be at least some reference? So correct move or not? What is your view about it? Then what should we teach as a faculty? Let's say you're a history faculty, you have taught history somewhere, UPSC, non-UPSC, doesn't matter. What should we do now? Should we teach Delhi Sultanate, Mughals, or should we also omit it just like NCERT omitted it? Is it a directive by government to us faculties that, sir, please don't teach these subjects or these particular portions of history, just do beep. What should we do? Should we teach it or should we not? And now again, if we're covering it, let's say Delhi Sultanate and Mughals, we talk about the early 6 Mughal rulers and then the later Mughals. So if we're doing that, will we given names? I'm telling you my honest opinion, we are already being given names when we are teaching Mughals and this and that. So it's like when we are teaching, we have to maintain a very strict balance and like what to teach, what to say, what not to say. So what is your view on this? You people have a lot to talk about. Whatever is your view. Now let's see what NCERT director Dinesh sir says. He says that no, this text is designed to integrate values and we want to showcase more of our Indian culture, and we want to offer age appropriate global perspectives, and that's why maybe this like Delhi Sultanate and Mughals, maybe they are not age appropriate, and that's why they have skimmed or skipped them altogether. Again, it's totally up to them. We can just speculate why this thing has happened, why they have completely omitted Mughals and Delhi Sultanate. And again, what should we do as a faculty now? This is a question in front of you based on whatever discussion we just had. In ancient Indian history, the title Lord of Dakshinapad was associated with which of the following rulers? There was also a particular title, which is known as Saklottar Pathnatha, Lord of Uttarpath, Harshvardhana, Harsha, who ruled from 606 to 647 AD. He took this particular title. There were other rulers also who took Lord of Uttarpat title at different times, Saklottar Pathnatha. Similarly, who was known as Lord of Dakshinpat? We have talked about this. If you rewind this particular lecture, you will understand what we have just discussed. Ashoka, Gautamiputra Satkarni, Chandragupta Maurya, or Harshvardhana. What is your answer? What do you have to say about this? And then again, your views. Please share your views. Let government know and other people know what is your opinion on this. Do you support it wholeheartedly? Do you like, yes sir, Delhi Sultanate, Mughals? Now next stage should be that we remove even Bahmani Sultanate and Deccan Sultanate rulers, Ahmednagar, Bijapur, Golconda, Bidar. All these dynasties should be removed from the syllabus. Or you think, no sir, this is not done and we don't know where we are going with this. What will be the next thing which will be removed? So whatever is your view, please feel free to share about it, talk about it, and do you support it? Do you not support it? Whatever is your view, again, tell us, share it. And also share this particular video. If you feel like this video should reach maximum number of people should know about what is happening with our NCERT, in this case class 7 NCERT, you can do that. I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of the question which I asked in Fun Study with Shubh channel, because study should be fun. You can share the answer of that particular objective question in the comment section as well, along with your views. Your views do matter. The sooner we realize it, the better it is for us. Our views matter. What we think about, that matters, and that actually sometimes prompt government to change stuff. Like something has happened in Maharashtra, we talked about Hindi imposition or something, and then these government, like Maharashtra government, had done something. So yes, our voice actually matters. Imposition or optional, all these stuff we have talked about earlier. So Saran ma'am, do share your views. April morning batch starting, or admissions rather, are closing on 30th April 2025. Join at the earliest if you are a serious UPSC 2026 aspirant, and if you clear UPSC pre 2026, will initiate a total refund for you. And this is P2I program, prelims to interview guidance program is included here. Honorable Anil Swarup sir is with us, and you will learn a lot from him and other people. So yes, join at the earliest. It will help you in more ways than one. So that's it from me, Saran ma'am, and I'm looking forward to what you people have to say on this particular issue. Take care, be blessed, tata, bye bye.